Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is So with Somi. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this basque waistline top with a choker neckline and it has a flare sleeve. So if you want to know how I achieved this using 2 yards of this fabric, do not skip any part of this video. The one in the middle is my recreation and the one on the side is the inspiration. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel and on your post notification button so you get notified every single time I post a new video. So for this tutorial, this is the fabric I used. I don't know the name. I saw it and I liked it. So it's similar to what we are trying to recreate, and I have 2 yards here. So here I've folded my fabric into two. Now I've marked out the starting line. I'm sorry this wasn't showing because of the kind of fabric I'm using. So after that, I came down 9 inches for my chest line. Then after marking my chest line, I came down 16 inches for my waist. This is just like drafting out a basic body. Just it's not like we are drafting out a basic body just like we do it all the time. Now after marking my waist, I came down 24 inches for my hip point. So my hip line is 24 inches. Now after that, I took the full length of the top, which is 29 inches. So depending on how long you want the top to be, it is up to you. So mine is 29 inches. So I'll rule all that out. I'm sorry, this wasn't showing. Now on the starting line, I'm going to divide my round shoulder by 2, which is 15 divided by 2 give you 7.5. I marked that on the shoulder line and on the chest line, and I connected the 2 points together. So after that, I'm going to take a neck width of 3 inches and I'll come down 1 inch for the back neckline first, and I'll connect it to the neck width. After that, I'm going to take the front neckline. So for the front neckline, it is a V neckline, so I'll make it 6.5 inches. I don't want it too deep because I know that by the time I'm done turning, I'll go in by half an inch more, so it will be 7 inches by the time I'm done. So now on the armhole side, I'll come down 1 inch for my shoulder slope and I'll connect it to the neck width. So guys, I'm so sorry. It was when I was done filming that I realized that the chalk wasn't showing. Now on the armhole side, just like we normally do, I will divide what I have on the armhole. So I have 8, half of that is 4. And on that 4, I'll come in by half an inch. On the chest line, I'll divide my round bust by 4. I will mark. Now I'm going to connect the 3 points together to cover out my armhole. So we are just drafting out a basic bodice. Go through the channel. I have so many tutorials on how to draft out a basic bodice. So after that, I added 1 inch for my stitching allowance. Now I came to the waistline, divided my round waist by 4. I marked. Then I added 1 inch stitching allowance. Remember, this fabric stretches, so I just added it just in case after sewing, if it's too loose, I can still reshape it. So that is why I added it. Now on the hip line, I divided my round hip by 4 plus stitching allowance and I marked. So whatever measurement I have on the hip line, I'll mark it to the full length and I'll connect all the points. So I'll connect from the waist to the hip and to the full length. So this is just a basic bodice. I don't want you guys to be confused. If you're confused, ask me question. So now this is what I have. The next thing we are going to do now is we are going to curve our backs. But before we do that, from the waistline, I'm going to come down 3 inches below the waistline. So these backs did not start exactly on the waistline. It is 3 inches below the waistline. So from the waistline, I came down 3 inches. So from the waistline, I came down 3 inches from the waistline. Now I'm going to connect it to the full length of the top. So just watch what I'm doing. If you have any question, you can ask me. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit that subscribe button. Now we are done. Next thing we are going to do, we are going to cut out the back neckline first. On the shoulder, I added half an inch for joining, then the back armhole. Now after that, I'm going to cut off the backs. Then I'll cut off the excess I have on the side. So you guys see, this is just the basic bodies. So if I open it up now, this is what we have. So now I'll use this to cut out the second one. So I have already cut out 2 pieces. I use the other one to cut out the second piece. Now for this one, now I'll cut off the front neckline. So this is serving as the front piece. This top has no zip. Now after cutting that off, I'm going to trim off the half an inch we went in on the armhole for the front piece. And after that, I'll open it up so we'll see what we have. So guys, this is what we have. Now the next thing is I'm going to cut out a facing for it. So here, this is the facing I have for the front. Now I'll take it to the machine, I'll stitch it down. So after stitching it down, the next thing I'm going to do is I'll get my back piece. I'll place them together, right side facing each other, and I'll stitch the shoulders. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So after stitching it down, this is what the facing looks like. So for the back, we'll still finish it up later. Now next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to open it up. We are going to measure the armhole. So we'll cut out our sleeve for the armhole. Now this is the sleeve I'm working with. So I lost the clip of when I did this. So I have so many tutorials on how to cut a sleeve. So I've already cut out my sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach it to the bodice. Here I've opened up the bodice, and for the sleeve I'm going to notch it. So I'll fold it together this way so that I'll get the center point. Now I'm going to notch. After notching, I'll place that notch part on the middle line on the shoulder. Now I'll take it to the machine. You can pin it all around first. So I'll take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch it all around using half an inch. After doing that, I'll do the same for the other side. So I'll do for the two sides and I'll bring it back to show you what I have. So here I've stitched it down and this is what I have. For the dress, for the top, I've already marked out my bodice, so I remarked my bodice. So now I'm going to fold the armhole together, the sleeves together. I'll stitch with 1 inch. Then when I come to the bodice, I'll follow the measurement I have already taken. So I'll do that and bring it back. So after stitching it down, guys, this is what we have. So this is how everything looks. Now for the back, remember we have not done the back, so I'm going to fold them together this way. So I forgot to do it earlier, so I'll put it together this way. Now I'll come down by 5 inches for the opening at the back. Remember this top has a choker. After that, I'm going to split it open. Now after splitting it open, I'll get a little piece. So I'll use this little piece to turn the split, the opening that we just made for the back, so that it will be easier for us to wear it. So I'll turn it and I'll do that and I'll bring it back to show you. So after turning it, this is what I have. Now the next thing we're going to do now is to cut out our choker. But remember that we've already turned the front. Because of that, we'll have a little bit of half an inch excess for the back. Now for I will measure the distance I have between the front neckline, the two front neckline, and the distance I have there. I have 8 inches for the distance. So I have 8 inches. Now I'm going to measure what I have for the back, and after measuring for the back, I got 4 inches. So just measure yours correctly. So I'm just remeasuring to make sure I have the correct measurement. So after measuring, I got 4 inches. So for the two sides, it's going to be 8 inches. So I'll keep it aside and cut out the neckline. So for the band, this is what I have. Remember, I have 8 plus 8 is 16. So I've closed the both end and I folded half an inch in on both sides. After that, the length I have here is 3 inches. So I did not add extra allowance because this fabric stretches. Now from the back neckline, I'm going to put it in this way. So place it in this way. From the back neckline, we're closing it, we are stitching from the back neckline. So place it in this way and top stitch. After doing that, you bring it to the other side this way and you top stitch. So I'll do that and bring it back to show you what I have. So guys, after top stitching, this is how neat everything came out looking. Now for the back piece, later I'll be adding a pin, a press button to it. Now I'm going to keep this aside. Let's cut out our flare for the sleeve, for the wrist. So for the flare, I folded the fabric into 4. Now I divided my round wrist. My round wrist is 9 divided by 6.28 will give you 1.4, but I approximated it to 1.5. Now I'm going to mark that 1.5 all around. So after marking it, I'm going to take the full length of my sleeve. I want it to be 6 inches long. So for this sleeve, the one we are working with, they made it double, but I only used 2 yards. So if you want yours to be double, you can use 2.5 yards, so you can make it double. So now I'm marking 6 inches all around. So after marking, this is what I have. The next thing is just to cut it out. So as I was cutting out, I added half an inch so that I'll use it to join to the sleeve. So I'll cut out the hem and I'll cut out what we have here. So after cutting, this is what I have. I'll use this piece now to cut another piece, and after that I will attach it to the sleeve and I'll bring it back to show you. So guys, after attaching, this is what everything looks like. So thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and on your post notification button so you get notified anytime I post a new video. So this is also coming to the end of this tutorial. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.